Living in Boulder vlog, April 25th, 2020, 6:39 a.m. Saturday. So I'm like high now. My roommate gave me a joint yesterday. He straight up's like, yo, you want to join? I'm like, So I took the joint, and then I huffed it, and then I had like a roachy joint. So I took that out of the joint and I put it in my pipe, and then I smoked it. Just now, I know I got asthma. But like I'm in the middle of like Cruxion timeline, so I decided to make my ancient history timeline look like my regular timeline when I realized that it was going to be really big. So I'm just right now, I'm just collecting stuff. I went into the placentae subclass of mammals. There's placental mammals, and then you have marsupials, and then you have, oh my god, can't remember. I'm doing placental. I just went to it and I clicked on everything I saw, and I'm throwing it into my timeline, finding the date, and then I'm going to go into the other mammal, pouch mammal, marsupial, and then the other one, and then just dump them and then proceed to redesign the site where it looks more like the regular timeline, AD and BC. AD and BC, they have all of the time on the columns on the edges all together. But in my ancient timeline, I have the farthest out columns and the ones inner as time, because I just have it all at once, the whole world at once. But then I realized, even though it's ancient history, if you include everything, all the animals and the earth and everything, it's going to be big, just like the other timeline, I mean, it's ancient timeline, and there's less, I guess, information to go off of, but you're also condensing the times. So I'm going to divide it just like the regular timeline. So the regular timeline is divided into all the different UN subregions, of which there are 19. So I counted the subregion, then I figured, okay, well, then I can do 19. I can divide everything from ancient history into 19 things, jigamaroos. So I decided, I was looking at it, and I didn't really even decide yet, because I was going to dump a bunch of stuff on, all of it on first, and then just divide it out later. But, I could do like reptile, I could have them and then have them inside. So I could have mammal, and then I could have reptile, and then inside mammal I could have the, placenta, the three mammal suborders, and then inside, and then I could even have the placenta mammal divided into superorders or whatever those are. I didn't look at it yet, and I haven't decided, but and then just figure out a pretty way to come up with 20 divisions, and put all of the time on the edge, and then put the divisions in the middle where the countries are, where the UN sub-regions are, sub-regions. Oh yeah, because I have sub-regions within regions. I have 4 regions, 5 regions, and then I'm divided up, so the sub-regions are 5 each, and 4. So I could do that with the animals. So based on how many their animals there are, try to make it all even out. But yeah, so that way, and the way that I have the flags on all of the different pages, the links there, where you click on the flag and it'll take you to that subregion or that country, to whatever time you want to go to. I can't explain it, but have it just as complicated, like just as good on the ancient history. So you have, like placental mammal in its own section. And then that way I can, have all the detail across all of them and the history of the exact lineage of all the animals that are extant, show extinct ones, But you can link between them by having just little images, I guess, representing all how I have it divided up into the 20. So maybe they already have images represented, internationally recognized, like placental mammal and pouch mammal and birds and fish and marine mammals and arachnids and all that stuff. I'll just divide it up into the top 20 most commonly known things that'll fill up the most space. So but then so you just click on it and then that'll take it to you on the page, and then be able to jump around. So but that's going to be extremely time consuming. That's a problem. So that's why I need to keep it interesting, as I build it. That's how I keep moving. So instead of making the redesigning the website, the timeline right now to make it look like that, I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like it, because it's super tedious and boring. Because I'm not really learning from the timeline. I could learn from like watching documentaries on Amazon, but I can actually learn by watching documentaries on Amazon, but also work on this, like do the research. But it's just more interesting to do the research now. So what I'm going to do is just, click on all the links of all the stuff that I'm going to throw on my timeline. And then I have to put it on my timeline. Not all pretty, but just put it on. But I need to find the dates, and that's the research I go. So just find the date and throw it on there. And so yeah, I was working on like bears, I think now. Yeah, but I'm almost done with placental mammal. So and I haven't even really finished with the earth and everything. So this is going to take a while. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to go another week. This Sunday is going to be like my 1 week of starting this up again. So at least another week, and maybe in 3 weeks. It's definitely worth 3 weeks. Definitely at least 4 weeks. Worth 4 weeks. And it's so interesting if I could actually pull this off. I mean, it's so much, but to show the lineage in the same way of every animal, in the same way that my regular timeline works. So yeah, it's kind of early, but I think I did need kind of a rest, but I think doing this video, I'm going to get going and add more links. I was getting kind of burnt out. And maybe if I bust through the bears were wearing me out. I'll go on something else and just finish it. But yeah, it's super interesting. I think the weed helps me. I'm not, one thing that helps me with my asthma really well is these things this is aromatherapy. This is the best way to use aromatherapy in my opinion. You put these like foam things or whatever, these receptacles made out of like compressed cotton. They look like tampons, I guess. And you just, you take them out, or you just put the essential oils on here, and then you can just breathe it out of here. So I could just put it on both of my nose like this. And it actually works really well as an inhaler. Like if you have asthma, salbutamol inhaler or Advair. Like when I have an asthma attack and I can't breathe, I put these in. And I just breathe. Essential oil is just pure natural flower juice. I should actually build it in my room. I want to buy a home essential oil kit, because every spring the tree out front of my house, like all these leaves fall from it, and I want to ask my mom what that is. Maybe I can make my own essential oils from it and breathe it. But yeah, this cures asthma just like an inhaler. It's really cool, and it smells great to just breathe, because I feel like I'm in a garden. Anyways, almost 10 minutes. Talk to you tomorrow.